Hi, people of God. If you can see me, God bless you. So let's talk about veneration, particularly ancestor veneration. We'll distinguish between historical facts, theological convictions, and interpretations. Let's look into it. Let's start off with, what is veneration? Veneration is the act of showing profound respect, reverence, or worship, or awe towards something or someone. Now, ancestor veneration, this practice varies from culture to culture, nations to nations. So ancestor veneration may include honoring your deceased relatives, asking your ancestors for protection, offering food or drinks to your dead relatives or to gods or deities, seeking guidance from ancestral spirits, seeking protection, seeking power, and believing that your ancestors aid you in your day-to-day life. So why do people reject the God who created all things, everything, but willingly follow traditions handed down by their ancestors? That's really the question. And the truth is, humanity has always exchanged God for something else. So many people's brain are wired to just see what they can worship, which is why you see them worship the God of iron, the God of the sea. They can see it, so they believe it. So every day, people exchange the creator for created things. And this exchange has taken many forms throughout history. It comes in the form of celestial bodies, kings, animals, ancestors, spirits, wealth, power, even the self. Yeah, the form may change. Some people worship substances. They cannot do without it. That's already veneration. You think without it you cannot survive. So the form changes, but the underlying issue remains, replacing God with something that was created. So the Bible shows us that humans have always been religious since time immemorial. Egyptians had gods, the Canaanites had gods, Romans had gods, the Greeks had gods, Babylonians had gods, Africans venerated ancestors and local spirits. Indigenous people around the world practice different forms of spirit veneration. People have always been religious. So many people will reject the God that created everything, creator of the universe, of all things. Why? Some will say Christianity is a white man's religion. We should return to the religion of our ancestors. Our forefathers knew the true way. So the question is not what your ancestors believed. Is were your ancestors right? Christianity did not begin in Europe. It is not European. Christianity began in the Middle East. The earliest church existed long before Europe became predominantly Christian. And the fact that a large majority, if not all, of the Middle East is predominantly now a Muslim state. What does that tell you? The ancient manuscript that shows proof that Jesus Christ existed and walked amongst us in Turkey, ancient Turkey. Guess what? It is now also an Islamic state. What does that tell you? This is why I'm of the opinion that Catholics are practicing idol worship in a way. Why, I hear you ask? So, what's the definition of veneration? A reverence, a worship, an awe for something or someone, right? So when Catholics pray to Mother Mary, what are they doing? They're not praying to God, are they? And they call it intercession. So that's technically you praying to your pastor. That's technically praying to, for instance, in the Bible, Elijah was a chosen person. Mary is a chosen vessel that God used to bring the Messiah into the world. That's like you praying to me. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and the hour of our death. That's veneration, my love. You pray to God. The chosen vessel can intercede on your behalf. When the statutes are everywhere and all your prayers are just centered around her, you're reverencing her, you're worshipping her as she was a mere mortal. Chosen vessel, yes, still a mere mortal. So that's a huge example of veneration. So to wrap this up, the Creator is different, okay? Every pagan religion began with creation, whilst God, creator of all things, began before creation. In the beginning, God created. So God is not part of nature. He's the source of it. All things come from him. That's why we are interconnected. So he's not a river, he's not a mountain, he's not an ancestor. He created all things. And that's the foundation. Therefore, you can honor your ancestors. Honor is not worship. You can pray for them. We don't pray to them. Key difference. So Christianity doesn't ask you to despise your ancestors. It just asks you to recognize their proper place. Worship alone belongs to Jesus Christ.